So let's have a listen to T 2.1.
Unit 2. Tape script 2.1. 2 outdoor jobs. Engineer, Andrew Johnson.
Andrew, 30, is an engineer. He comes from New Zealand, but now he lives in Scotland. He works on an oil rig 440 kilometres from the coast of Aberdeen. He works 12 hours a day for 2 weeks, and then he has 2 weeks' holiday. He earns £200 a day. In his free time, he goes to the gym and plays snooker. He isn't married.
Let's stop there. Okay. So, just heard engineer Andrew Johnson. And we're going to go through this small piece of text, and I'm going to write all of the verbs up on the board. So pause the video, you go through it, you try and underline all of them, and I'll try and spot as many as I can see. Okay, so we've got 2 that have already been done for us. And that's is, comes, lives, where am I? Lost where I am. Oh yeah, he works. Again, another works. Earns. Oh, please. Isn't. Oh, isn't. Okay. So we've got the verbs there for Andrew Johnson. Let's have a look at zoologist Claudio Luke, and then we're going to go through that one.
Zoologist Claudia Luke.
Claudia, 41, is American. She's a zoologist and she teaches at a university. She lives in California and works with her husband Jim at the research center in the Mojave Desert, where she studies snakes and other animals. She likes working in the desert. In her free time, she writes songs and walks her dog, Brewer. She earns about $60,000 a year.
All right. So you paused the video. I already put is up on the board and then realized I shouldn't. So you pause the video, you go through them, and let's do this. So is teaches lives works studies likes writes walks and earns. Okay. Okay, I'll have another quick wee look through this and make sure I've not missed any. But from first glance, these are the answers. Okay. All right. So let's listen and complete the chart and then practice the verbs. So what I want you to do is the ones that are pronounced the same, I want you to put in the same chart. Okay. So we'll go through the top list. Is, comes, lives, works, earns, plays, isn't. Isn't is actually a verb, it's an auxiliary verb. Next one. Is, teaches, lives, works, studies, likes, writes, walks, earns. So what I want you to do is put them in the chart. Okay? So as you can see, it's got the pronunciation at the top. And all you need to do is put the word in the correct column. But we're going to move on to question 4. So you pause that. Then once you've done that, unpause it. And we're going to move on to question 4. Okay. So we need to complete the sentences. And we're going to use the different verbs on the board. Now, I'll read them. And I will also replace them. So pause the video, put the verbs in that you think are the correct ones, and then unpause the video, and I'll be going through them in 3, 2, 1. Okay. Andrew is an engineer. Claudia is a zoologist. That's is. Number 2, she comes from the US. He comes from New Zealand. Number 3, he lives in Scotland. She lives in California. Number 4, she works in the desert. He works on an oil rig. Number 5, he earns £200 a day. She earns $60,000 a year. Number 6, she likes her job, and he likes his too. Okay? What would it be? He goes to the gym in his free time. Did I miss goes? Oh, I did. I missed goes, yeah. He goes to the gym in his free time. I do apologize. Goes should be up there as well. I missed that. He goes to the gym in his free time. She walks her dog. Her dog's name is Brewer. And last one, number 8. She is married. Her husband's name is Jim. Andrew isn't married. Okay. So let's have a listen to 2.3 and let's double check our answers. Having some technical difficulties.
Tape script 2.3. 1.
Andrew is an engineer. Claudia is a zoologist.
2.
She comes from the US, he comes from New Zealand.
3.
He lives in Scotland. She lives in California.
4.
She works in the desert, he works on an oil rig.
5.
He earns £200 a day. She earns $60,000 a year.
6.
She likes her job and he likes his job too.
7.
He goes to the gym in his free time. She walks her dog. Her dog's name is Brewer.
8.
She's married. Her husband's name is Jim. Andrew isn't married.
Okay. So we've just done the questions for number 4. Now, what we're going to do is move on to question 5. And we're going to complete the chart for the surname, the age, the country, job, salary, free time, married. Okay, so it's all about reading. This is a reading test. Okay, now I'm going to pause the video and I'm going to complete it on the board. What I want you to do is do this first. So start in 3, 2, 1. Pause. Okay. All right, so hopefully you paused the video and you're not just copying the answers, but I'll move over this side so it's a wee bit easier for you. However, for surname, it's Johnson for Andrew, Luke for Claudia. For age, Andrew's 30, Claudia's 41. Country, Andrew is from New Zealand. Remember, he lives in Scotland, but he's from New Zealand. Claudia, she is American, so she comes from America. Next one is job. So he is an engineer, and she is a zoologist. Salary, he earns £200 per day. She earns $60,000 per year. Free time, Andrew goes to the gym, and he plays snooker. And she writes songs, and she also walks her dog. Is Andrew married? No. And is Claudia married? Yes. So, now it says number 6, close your book. And what do you remember about Andrew and Claudia? And then talk about them with a partner. So that could be quite fun. If you have a partner there, then close your books and then practice. See what you can remember. What is Andrew's surname? Is it Johnson? I think so. What age is he? Is he 31? I'm going to say 31. His job, engineer. He comes from New Zealand. What was another thing? Does free time, goes to the gym, plays snooker. Is he married? No. Oh, I said 31, he's 30. Oh, and I missed out the salary. So that's, a little game that you can play. It's a memory game. As you can see, my memory is terrible. But try it. One of you go with Andrew, one of you go with Claudia. And yeah, have a go at it. Now, we're going to move on to... Where are we? Here we are. What does he do? And it's the last section, okay? What does he do? Read and listen, and then complete the lines about Andrew and practice them with a partner. So, what does Andrew do? I'm just going to talk it through with you, okay? What I want you to do is pause the video, practice with a partner. We're not going to write anything on the board. It's all going to be talking. So, what does Andrew do? He's an engineer. Where does he come from? New Zealand. Does he live in Scotland? Yes, he does. Does he live in New Zealand? No, he doesn't. He isn't married. He doesn't have any children. Okay? So that's us done question 1 on that section there. And hopefully you paused it and you didn't just go right into it and hear me say all the answers. We already did the grammar and pronunciation part in the beginning, so we don't need to do that. And then question 2, complete the questions and answers about Andrew. So number 1 is already done for us. Where does Andrew work? On an oil rig. Next one is up to you. I want you to pause the video, go through it, and then unpause, and we're going to do them together. So 3, 2, 1, pause. Hopefully you paused. So, number 2, does he work hard? Yes, he does. How much does he earn? £200 a day. Number 4. What does he do in his free time? He goes to the gym and he plays snooker. Number 5. Does he like his job? Yes, he does. Number 6. Does he have a dog? No, he doesn't. And you can listen and check for that, but I can promise you that it's the correct answer. Number 3, ask and answer the questions about Claudia. So I want you to do exactly the same, but with Claudia, okay? And if you can do that, that is us now finished this lesson with New Headway Elementary. Thank you very much for watching, and I will be seeing you in the next lesson. So thank you, and have a good night, or a good day. Bye-bye. Welcome, welcome, welcome to New Headway Elementary, another lesson. Thank you very much for getting this course. I'm sure it will be extremely beneficial for you. Anyway, today what we're going to do is we're staying on Unit 2, A Good Job. We are on page 16 and 17, here and here. So you should see Darcy Bristol, ballet dancer, and David Guetta, DJ superstar. Okay? Now the structure of this lesson, we are going to start with the vocabulary, and then we're going to move on to the questions. Now, questions 1 to 4 is not really written work for me as a teacher. It is mainly for you as the student. Unlucky. Anyway, we are going to go through this vocabulary first. Now, first one is, can you say it? No. The T, well, the E and the T actually doesn't sound like it in this one. It's not ballet. It's ballet. Ballet dancer. Yeah. Can you do ballet? No? Can you do ballet? No? Oh, there we go. Yeah. Popping some moves. So, ballet dancer is, if you look on the book, yeah, exactly. Exactly. If you look on the book, you will see this person. I was about to do some ballet for you, but I thought against it. So this is a ballet dancer. Okay, it's a very graceful way to dance. Lots of people love ballet. One of the most famous ballets is called the Nutcracker. I actually used to work in a theatre, and I seen the Nutcracker. It's not for me. It's not my favorite kind of dancing, but it is very incredible to watch because they are so strong. It's crazy how strong they are for being so thin and tiny. I'm 6'2", 188 centimeters, and the ballet dancer next to me was that height. She was tiny, but she could hold a full-grown man. So it was really impressive. Anyway, moving on. This is ballet dancer. So repeat after me. Ballet dancer. Well done. And let's do that again. Ballet dancer. Perfect. And one last time. Ballet dancer. Well done. Yeah. Next one is DJ superstar. Now, if you look at the picture just below the ballet dancer, you will see a face there, which some of you will recognize. He is extremely famous in the West because he produces some really good music for clubs mainly. And he would be called a DJ. We'll get onto that in a second. But superstar because he is so popular. Okay, he is worldwide famous. Okay, so people in Cambodia know him, people in the United States know him, people in Uganda, in Africa know him. Okay, everybody knows this guy, hopefully. Anyway, that is what a DJ superstar is, an extremely popular DJ. So repeat after me. DJ superstar. Perfect. And again, DJ superstar. Well done, well done. And one last time, DJ superstar. Perfect, perfect. The next one is model. Who knows what a model is? Anyone know what a model is? Do you know? No? Are you about to show off? Do you know what a model is? No? So a model can be many different things. Okay? For the purposes of this, because we are talking about a person who models, their job is being a model, and that is someone that dresses up in fancy clothes and they strut their stuff down the catwalk. You know, they'll do that to the camera and then they walk back again. Okay? That's a model on a catwalk. Yeah. I just did some modeling for the students here. But that would be a catwalk model. It's one type of model. Another one, if you see a picture of a person on a poster, that's a model. Okay? They modeled. Yeah. So that's one type of model. The other type of model would be making a fake version of a thing. For example, if you wanted to build a plane, you would build a model first. So the plane would be this small, and it'd be made of plastic. Okay? And that would be a model airplane. Okay? Yeah, that's two different definitions. But for today, we're talking about the human model. So we're sticking with the catwalk thing. All right? So repeat after me. Model. Well done, well done. And again. Hold on. Model. Well done. And one last time. Model. Well done, well done. Now we're on to disc jockey. Do you know what a disc jockey is? Does anyone know what a disc jockey is? That's what DJ stands for. Yeah. So David Guetta is a disc jockey, but he's just a superstar at it because he's so good. Okay? So his job is being a disc jockey, but he is a DJ superstar also. All right? You understanding? Do you understand? Yeah? Yeah. So DJ, okay, stands for disc jockey. Yeah, that's it. So repeat after me. Disc jockey. Well done. And again, disc jockey. Hold on. Disc jockey. Fantastic, fantastic. Your pronunciation is really good. And one last time, disc jockey. Perfect, perfect. So that is our vocabulary for today's lesson. It's not a lot. I don't want to put too much onto you. Just something simple that will get you through today's lesson. Remember, it is your job to work on your own vocabulary because I can't give you all the words in the world. So that's your job at home. Okay? When you're not doing the lesson, write out some words. Find some words out. Look about the room. Do you see a light? Do you see the floor? Do you see the walls, ceiling? That's your job, okay? So let's move on to the book. Okay, as you can see, I need to hold it like this. Look at the photos of Darcy, Darcy Bussell, and David Guetta. Do you know them? Now, I don't know her, but somebody in the room already knows him. Okay? He's extremely famous. As I said, he's a DJ superstar. Now you might not know them, but you might know at least one of them. I want you to read the information about them, talk to a partner, but again, we can't do that through eSchool because this is more for you to practice at home. The example there is Darcy's a ballet dancer and David's a DJ. She comes from London, England. She lives in Sydney, Australia. Her place of work or her job, okay, that's what I want you to go through. And I want you to practice with a partner. So one of you do Darcy and the other do David. Sound good? Awesome. So let's move on to question 3. And again, this is something for you. I will give you the example, and then you can pause it, do it, and then you can join us back for listening to question 4. But question 3, I'll give you the example. Complete the questions about Darcy or David. Ask and answer them with your partner. So, what does Darcy do? She's a ballet dancer. And the next one, where does she live now? Okay, where does he live now? Where does he come from? Where does she come from? I want you to go through that. One of you ask the questions, the other answer, and then swap. Okay, so one of you do Darcy, one of you do David. Now, let's listen to T 2.7, and this is listen and respond to 8 sentences about Darcy and David. Correct the wrong sentences. Let's have a listen to T 2.7.
Tape script 2.7. 1. Darcy comes from London.
Okay, so for number 1, Darcy comes from London. Is that correct? Let's have a look. So we can see there, it says job, then underneath that country, then underneath that home now. So the difference between country and home now is country is where you come from, and home now is where you currently live. So my country is Scotland, but my home now is Phnom Penh in Cambodia. Okay, so let's listen to number 2.
2. She lives in England.
All right, so she lives in England. Let's see if that's right. Well, remember, her country is where she comes from. Where she currently lives is Sydney, Australia. So no, that's not right. Okay? Let's move on to number 3.
3. She has 2 children.
Okay, let's look. If you move on down to family, married to an Australian banker, Adam Forbes, 2 daughters, Phoebe and Zoe. So yes, she does have 2 children. Number 5.
4.
Oh, 4, sorry.
She plays tennis a lot.
Apologies, so that was number 4. So, she plays tennis a lot. Well, it says free time, write stories about ballet for children. So no, it doesn't mention anything about tennis. So no, that's not right.
5. David's English.
Okay, so let's read this. David Guetta, country, France, home now, Paris. Nothing about that is English. So no, he's not English. No, that's not right.
6. He works in Paris.
Well, let's have a look. Place of work, all over the world. Ibiza, Miami, Mauritius? I don't actually know what that place is called. Mauritius? I'm not sure. It's a fancy one. It's somewhere else. It's somewhere I've not heard of before. Anyway, it says place of work all over the world. So he doesn't just work in Paris. So you could say that's sort of right, because he has probably played in Paris, but he has probably also he definitely has also worked in the UK, America, Korea, Japan. He's worked all over the world. So yes, you could say, yes, that's correct. Let's listen to another one.
7. His wife comes from Miami.
Okay. That would be family, and that's married to Kathy from Senegal. So the answer to that is no, that's not right. It's not Miami. Okay? Married to Kathy from Senegal. Last one.
8. He writes songs in his free time.
Okay, so let's look at free time. Writes songs and likes playing music for his friends. So yes, that's right. He writes songs in his free time. Okay, well done if you got those. We're now going to move on to question 5, which is over on the other side of the book. Okay, this is what I've done on the board. I've written the example on the board for you. So my husband comes from Belgium. All right, so let's go through this and complete it. You'll need to think about the verbs. Okay? It's all about verbs in this one. I should mention that first. So, comes. Stem word is come. Okay? You can say, I come from Belgium, but my husband comes from Belgium. Okay? So let's get this one. So, pause the video, because I'm going to go through the answers now. My grandmother, what do you think? Lives. Exactly, lives. Number 3, my mother loves reading. My mother actually does love reading, because she's so busy during the day that when she has free time to read a book, it's her favorite time. She sits down with a coffee, she puts her feet up, and she reads a book, and she loves it. Let's look at number 4. My father travels a lot in his job. Okay. Number 5. My sister speaks. Exactly. The other one is, my sister speaks Spanish very well. She wants to learn French too. Perfect. Number 6. My little brother watches TV. Exactly. So we actually have to add an E in for this. Where are we? Here we go. So, my little brother watches TV a lot. And last one, my friend Tom writes. Exactly. So do you see that? All we've done is add an S at the end. On one of them, we had to do ES. But to explain the grammar behind that is for a different day. Okay? For now, we're just doing the questions. And that was just a little test of your ability. So let's rub this off the board. And after, we're going to do number 6. Okay?